I'm Lucy. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the video. How was this possible? I had never been with a boy that way. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even quite sure of how to conceive, because the little bit I did know, I had learned from other kids my age that didn't know themselves either. I was never told by an adult, nor did we have sex education classes. So when my mother took me to a doctor because my stomach was swollen and was getting bigger, and even though I was skinny, and I couldn't sleep through the night without having to get up a few times to go to the bathroom. I had never had a gynecological exam, so I didn't know what to expect because no one told me what to expect. I didn't even know why exactly I had been taken to the doctor. No one talked to me. No one talked to me about the exam, which was done in front of my mother. So not only was I very embarrassed, I was now in a lot of pain as this doctor continued probing and prodding me. I remember just laying there crying as I looked to my mother for help. But my mother's face was filled with anger as she impatiently waited for the doctor to finish. Still, no one even looked at me, much less talked to me. Finally, the doctor spoke and told my mother I would need to go to the hospital right away to run more tests. To which my mother replied to him, "Why? Is she pregnant?" The doctor answered her, "I don't know. But if she is pregnant, she's about 3 to 4 months old," the doctor told her. To which my mother's immediate reaction was to slap me. And infuriated, she started shaking my shoulders, asking me, how could I do this to her? How could I embarrass her this way? What were people going to say? At this point, I was hysterically crying and uttered to her, "I swear I don't know. I haven't done anything wrong. I swear I haven't." I was terrified. The doctor pulled my mother aside and said to her, "Look, if it was my daughter, I would rather she be pregnant than the alternative. Because if she's pregnant, she can always get an abortion. But if she's not pregnant, then that means it's a very large tumor which has grown very fast, and that's a very bad sign of it being cancerous. And it could have very possibly have already spread a lot." Shortly thereafter, I was admitted into a maternity hospital where I was the youngest patient ever on record. I had no idea that it had even been published in the newspaper with a picture of me in an article stating my age in a maternity hospital. Again, no one prepared me nor spoke to me of what to expect. At that time, we were very poor and on welfare. So I was wheeled into a room, which was what at that time welfare paid for. And it was a large hall filled with many hospital beds, all occupied by grown women screaming their heads off because some were in labor and others, I would later come to find out, had just had abortions. That night, I was prepped for surgery. The next morning after surgery, I woke up in another room that had only one other patient in it. It was some sort of semi-private room. As I was starting to come out of the horrible effects of general anesthesia and the excruciating pain of my stomach being cut open, where my fallopian tube and one ovary plus the tumor that I would later be told was the size of a grapefruit had been removed, and I was all stitched up. As I would slowly start to recover from my horrendous ordeal, my hospital roommate would sneak her boyfriend that night, who would bring her liquor and cigarettes, and they'd drink and smoke all night and wouldn't let me sleep. I eventually complained about it, and she was taken to another room, but she made sure to pay me a visit in retaliation. And it was by her that I found out, because she screamed it right in my face, how I would never be able to have a baby because I had been sterilized. And she was right. I never did have a baby. I was never able to conceive. Slowly, as I recuperated and was able to start attending school again, still having to hold on to my stomach tightly as I went up the school stairs, my day was short-lived, as I was not prepared to have my schoolmates tease and taunt me of how, according to them, they had heard and they had been told that I had had a baby, and they knew that I was lying about my surgery, and that wasn't true, because they all saw it in a newspaper article. And to my horror, those same mean, horrible kids would ask me, what did I do with the baby? They maliciously accused me of having an abortion. That was something I didn't know how to prove was a lie, nor did I have any adults that I could turn to that could help me or could back me up. Every day I would have to tolerate the gossiping and the dirty looks. I felt so ashamed for something that I didn't do. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please come back to see the next one. Be blessed. Bye.